Hello again. I just got done. Well, I'm halfway ish. Um, just wanted to hop on here. Got some notes from this sermon that I've been watching, and it's from Stephen Furtick. What it's called? It's called. So you know the saying, "New levels, new devils." This guy really hit it out of the park, honestly. And instead of new devils, new levels. He said, same devils, new levels. So the verse that he pulled up was 2 Samuel 21:15 through 17. All I did was write down 15. But once again, there was a battle between the Philistines and Israel. David went down with his men to fight against the Philistines, and he became exhausted. So, one way we could take this is, well, when he first fought Goliath, because Goliath was a Philistine, he was young, and now this is way in the future. So could he be really old because he's exhausted? That's one point. Or could it be he was using the same strategy that he was using for so many years, but now this is a new season, and he became exhausted because of using the same strategy that crowned him. That one almost made him killed. Pastor Steve, um, he said the strategy to match this season. Ooh, that's some deep stuff there. He also said, how can God be in you and you be weak? We feel very weak when we are very weary. See, we have these three that stand out: the world, the flesh, the devil. The world is the system, the flesh is the pattern, the devil is the other thing. These are Stephen's words, not mine. Um, and I wrote down, so the battle was still going on after all these years. And Stephen was like, different Philistine, same enemy. So verse 15 says, once again, meaning, oh, here we go again with the same battle. 17 said, to never again. I'll let you take that the way you want it. And God gave Bible characters as examples. Just because you relate to one character doesn't mean you have to relate to every aspect of that character. Like, I had a young sense of knowing what God wanted, well, of knowing that I had a greater purpose and that I recognize there's a crazy calling for my life. I just didn't know how to accept it, navigate it, or work it out. See, the devil is not clever in the sense of he puts new flavor on the same temptation to try to make it richer, to try to make it better looking somehow, to stuff like that. Um, don't you ever face those battles? This is like some of the notes that I wrote down. Don't you just hate when those battles like kind of like side missions, like or missions that are not really there, like battles, and you feel like you have to face them, but in all reality, you don't have to face them. These are battles that are imaginary, not even there. We just make them like they are, and we get so exhausted from these battles. Now, that's one battle that could be exhausting. Another battle could be you're fighting with the same strategy as how you won in one season, but it's not going to make you win in another season. Kind of like if you're truly married to a person and you act like you're single, are you going to win the marriage? No, divorce paper's going to come. Like this world sucks as at displaying commitment, leadership, and same time being humble with it. It sucks at painting that picture. So, do we either work on our triggers before we get involved with these things? Well, if he says same devils, new levels, maybe the trigger will always be there. We just need to know how to react instead of just in our head. Cuz like for example, I saw my fiance looking and I thought one thing, but just because you see a person looking at another person, you don't have to it does not have to mean exactly one thing. It can mean so many things. See, just like that, just like that could almost get me killed if I stay on that path. I really like what Pastor Stephen said. Where am I stronger than what am I acting like? Person seems that they're so strong, and some people around them knows their well, one capability, two they definitely have a plan. Like they understand that God truly has a plan for them. Um, check this out. David, what almost got him crowned, got him nearly killed. Don't try to work. Don't try what worked in one season. Will it work in another? It, I think I kind of worded that wrong. Oh, oh well. Like for example, here's another. Here's so Um, this really got me seeing beautiful colors. You could say nobody wants to talk to you, just as a reflection of what truly happened in the past, where either you were shy to go make friends, or you were stuck in your insecurities of going making friends, or stuff like that, and you're just stuck with your 15-year-old weapons at the age of 25. It doesn't have to be like that. And getting upgrades may mean some sacrifices, may mean trusting people you don't find trustworthy, but yet they actually are. You're just too afraid because they remind you of a person that broke your trust or broke a very great bond that you had or should have had. Cannot fight grown up battles with teenage tactics. So, and in all uh, in all honesty, I was a little nervous to click on this video when it first came out. Now I just watched it, like watched a good chunk of it. And I understand why I was nervous. Something didn't want me to see it. Or maybe my flesh recognized, hey, this is going to make you see better, give you more ammunition for where you need to be, where gaining more traction onto the right path. It's okay to say simply no to the flesh. It is okay to say simply no to those who indulge with the flesh. You can still be friends, but do you always have to say yes to gain their respect and to gain their acceptance? No, you don't have to. We are such an eroded culture of look at me, look at me, look at me. It's all singular instead of working together. It's all divided instead of united. It's all angry instead of working as a loving team. Divorce, 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 suicide, suicide, suicide. Instead of trying to survive, trying to stay alive, trying to work things out when it's truly not actually a bigger picture or a bigger problem than what we make it seem. Because sometimes some problems are bigger because we use a microscope to make them bigger. So I hope this really truly blesses somebody today. And I know it did me. And there's some things I said that got a little vulnerable, but I just pray you hear my heart and see God's glory and see God's face. I love y'all. God bless. May God's peace be on you. Yes.